Okay, I have no idea what happened there. Absolutely no idea. We are back live anyway. Can you guys all hear me now? We'll just start in a few moments. We were middle of a shootout. We killed the rude German. We killed the rude German good, but we are back now. I don't know what happened. The streaming software failed. It is a mission of mine to improve the situation. This happened only once before on our first stream of Assassin's Creed 1. But is everyone hearing me okay? And if we are, we will begin. Yeah, don't know what happened there. Quite disconcerting. But we'll keep an eye on that. It just said there was some kind of error on the streaming software. Anyway, we are back.
Careful, Marston. I know that girl.
Oh, Dios mío.
Take the stranger without killing the hostage.
Ayúdame, alguien.
Again.
No merezco esto.
Oh, no, you don't.
That was a struggle.
No, por favor.
God, can a man enjoy a drink in peace? Come on, smoke, you bastard.
I'm going to smoke them. Smoke them if we got them. I'm going to rock the Schofield. In front of Landon, it's probably best to do this.
Well, partner, I think we can safely say this poker game is over.
Well done, Landon. Okay, well, we saved the day. We beat the
I
rude
must say,
German.
You tourists certainly bring peace and prosperity to this land. Then again, I doubt Muller will be missed.
He wasn't much of a poker player.
Okay, yeah, I don't know what happened there. Alex said, what do you use, OBS? No, I don't. I use, what is it? It's the proprietary software with Elgato. Basically, OBS can't run on my Mac without severe problems. So I'm stuck with a very lo-fi streaming software that doesn't have any bells and whistles. But that will be remedied one day. Here's our German. What's he got on him? Only $5. Anything else?
I wrote after killing a man. Well, I must be going.
Adios.
Goodbye, then.
I'm begging your pardon.
Right, we saved the day. There's a lot of Americans around here. A lot. Alex says, why do you use a Mac? I've always used a Mac. I haven't used a PC since
My apologies, miss.
2008.
Well, how do you do?
Okay, there's more for Landon. Okay, so we'll stream for about another hour and a half, I think. And that'll be a... So this is episode 5.2. That's what we're calling it.
Siéntese, amigo. Están robando viajeros en las montañas de Hendidura.
Okay. The Mexican wagon train.
Hey, gringo. Mr. Ricketts, come on in. Sit down and have yourself a drink.
Sure. Say, any word of Javier Escuella?
No, yet. Say, why are you after him anyway?
We're old friends. We was kind of educated together.
So what is this, some kind of high school reunion sort of thing?
Something like that. Well, you've killed people. You lived the life.
That I have.
And I tried to stop. I mean, I don't know. I tried to go straight. I did. I left the gang after the gang left me. Left me to die after I'd been shot. They'd all gone crazy anyhow. Our old leader, fella you probably heard of. Anyway, he more or less lost his mind, went and shot a bunch of people unfair like. I got shot in a robbery. They left me, and I left them.
Well, that's how it goes.
Already had me a woman, got me a farm, then I got me more trouble.
Sure.
Been sent to track down the men I used to run with. Track them, kill them.
Well, if you don't, someone else will. There's no escape. Look at me, I spent 25 years killing men. Look at me now, sitting around here like some low-rent would-be messiah. We're relics. Come on, have yourself another drink and let's wallow in a little self-pity.
Sounds like a plan.
To your health.
Mr. Ricketts. Mr. Ricketts. Thank the Lord I have found you. And you, Mr. Marston.
Will you sit down? You all right?
I'm well, sir. But Allende is sending more men to the death. Prisoners who have not been tried. A prominent writer, Castilla, and a local official whose only crime was not putting the small holders on the street when they were late with taxes.
Writers and government officials. For once, I agree with Allende. Some men need to be killed.
Mr. Ricketts!
I was just joking. Where are they?
Out near Escalera.
Let's hang up our self-pity and go shoot ourselves some bad guys. You're gonna be all right.
Thank you. Both of you.
So some ruthless war crimes going on. They're being gathered up and shot
Here we go again.
without trial. So that's quite bad guy-y, isn't it, really?
Work.
Although, we're helping the revolutionaries now, but there'll come a time
Luisa was pretty shaken up.
when to get what we want, we might have to help
Getting dirty
the military.
by the day. People are being executed for just having an opinion.
Allende seems to have more enemies by the day.
Perhaps you would know. Rumor has it you've been making all kinds of new friends.
I don't pay much attention to rumors.
Just be careful, John. Keep jumping from one side of the fence to the other, you might just get impaled on it.
I have to find these two men. With respect, how I do it is no concern of yours.
Choose your tone wisely, partner. Remember who you're talking to.
How could I ever forget?
And who are you, John Marston? Apart from a rat feeding every other hand he can find, my name means something. All you've done is kill a few peasants, and the only real outlaw you've taken on dropped you like a bad habit.
Now, I politely ask you to watch your tone, Ricketts.
All I'm saying is, maybe there's a reason why people around here don't want to talk.
So you mentioned about playing both sides. We
You must
haven't
miss your family.
played any
It's the
side
only
yet.
thing that keeps me going.
You know, you remind me a lot of myself. How I used to be. Stubborn and angry.
You ain't changed all that much.
I always thought I'd lived a charmed life. You see that? Prison wagons.
Oh,
that
God.
must be them.
He said he was going to
Come
know
on.
I've known wealth,
See if
respect.
you can take control of that
So it's
first
annoying.
wagon.
We missed out on it. We're going to kill all of the military. Uh-oh, there's a guy behind. We are going to suffer here if we don't get some medicine. Yeah, the shotgun isn't for medium range on a horseback. That much is clear.
What now? Come on, come on. Whoa, whoa.
Okay, I think in the back here. Is this Reyes in the back? No, I don't think it is. No, we free him from somewhere else, don't we? So Amazonite says he meant jumping from one side of the law to the other. Oh, that could be a possibility. At least that's my interpretation. You just might get impaled on it. Yeah, I'll have to revisit that then. I always thought it was playing both sides of the war. Probably makes sense, because it's not like them to make a mistake like that of revealing that conversation too early. Okay. Right, I think that's the border. Okay, no, I don't think we need to kill these guys. Leaving Mexico, or maybe we do. No, we do. Getting over the border, away from being caught again. That's them done with.
We'll handle it from here. I know you got other matters to attend to.
It's been nice riding with you, Mr. Ricketts.
And you too. You took me back to another time. Talk to Louisa. She'll help you, and she's well connected in that other land. I hope you find what you're looking for, Marston.
You know what I'm looking for.
If you say so, Marston. If you say so.
It's a bit cryptic at the end. Okay, so we're now about to play both sides, because we've got the opportunity to see Louisa and DeSanta. Both represent different sides of the revolution. We're not going to see Landon Ricketts for a little bit, I don't think. But we have served him well. And he is a good sword. He seems to be applying his skills and his trade to yeah, we came across into the US of A. But now we're going to head down to DeSanta. Yeah, using his skills to serve people down here. It looks like his mercenary days have been adapted a little bit to be a bit more benevolent. So there's a couple of moments where he was saying, "Oh, just buy me a whiskey, this, that and the other." He just very much does not like the Mexican government. That's much is clear. Okay. We're going to kill him. Not capture them.
It's a pleasure to help.
And $5 for the pleasure. So I'm not going to skin the animal if I can help it. But we've got a bit of fame. And the opportunity to do a bit of looting. On we go. Yeah, they come thick and fast, the random events. You don't see one for a while, and then you get a fair few. Yeah, I don't like helping the Spanish military, the Mexican military. Don't like helping them at all. Don't like Colonel Allende. Don't like De Santa. But we seem to think they can help us. So we can't be fussy about who we spend our time with, because in the back of John's mind, at the very least, he's thinking about his family that are in danger. They've been kidnapped. They're under the guard, under the protection of the FBI. And they're going to stay there until we come back and do our job. For them. So they're just as bad as the Mexican government. And there is no fans of the government here. Any kind of government intervention. Woolly blue curls. Where are you going? I wonder if she's worried about a snake or something. Hey Real One, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the compliment there, appreciate it. They're a pleasure. The videos I make are a pleasure to do so. I'm enjoying working on one at the moment. This guy's just got off his horse for some reason. Arrest? Are we? No, he seems to be spooked by us, so let's put our gun away. Dom Lyons asks if this is full-time or to have a job on the side. No, I used to run a business, but it was stressful and boring and not what I wanted to do. I had a taste of being a YouTuber.
Let's go.
YouTube has been kind to me intermittently in the past with algorithm suggestions, and it's kind of working out. Still not where I need to be financially, but I'm doing it full time, and it's an absolute pleasure and a joy. I'm really enjoying these streams at the moment.
Come on.
making the videos are quite intense, so having the ability to come away and just enjoy a video game without that intensity is really helpful for me. And then it's accentuated by being able to hang out with you guys who've got a passion for the game at the same time. So to curate a story walkthrough of these games is a privilege. Okay, we have some Mexicans here. I'm not going to kill the woman if I can help it. Okay.
No kill me, please. Mira, dinero. Toma, el dinero, todo. Toma.
Off you go then. Yeah, that felt better. That felt good. That felt good. She was probably lying, but you can't. You couldn't kill her out of cold blood.
I think you'll be needing this.
She was probably in it with them all along, but. Okay. Ah, sweet, Rael said, after so many hours of various content, it's actually very nice to thank you in person. Alex asks, what's next after RDR? There are a variety of games I'd love to see you experience for the first time. Well, chat, list them. What games would you like to see me play? Some of them I may have played, some of them would be blind. Love to hear your requests. Kiki says Skyrim, so Elder Scrolls. Never played it. Played Oblivion back in the Xbox 360 days and enjoyed it. Never got anywhere near finishing it though. Halo, if you also have Xbox. I played Halo when it first came out. Not played many of the newer ones. Uncharted, yeah, I've played all the Uncharted ones. Not for a very long time though. Okay. So this town we're going into now is Punta Ogullo. And it has some liar's dice. I quite like that game. We're going to go and speak to DeSanta.
Come on, easy up now. Whoa, whoa.
How much money do we have? 700. We don't seem to be able to hold on to lots of money, especially when we spend it at the poker table. Let's purchase this one. Right, DeSanta. Let's hear a bit more about the military side, the governmental side of this Revolutionary War. They're trying to quash it. The rebels are trying to oust the current regime. Civilization at any price.
What do you want, gringo? What are you doing here? Have you heard? There's a war going on.
My name's John Marston. Been sent here to retrieve a couple of men. Can I speak to your commander?
You want to talk to my boss, gringo.
guess.
Because I'm not good enough for you?
No, sir.
You think you're better than me? You come to my country, my poor little country, and you think you can be friends with the president?
Oh, sir. I'm sorry, sir. Things must have come out wrong. Maybe you can help me.
You'll be sorry, friend. Relax! Relax! You...
Sure. Somewhere between a threatening stare and the soldier's arm to the teeth? Yeah. Yeah, you had me.
Welcome to Mexico, amigo! Let's come meet, drink, and then we'll talk. My name is Capitan Vicente de Santa.
John Marston.
My country is in pain, John Marston. Terrible pain. The rebels have seized the people by the throat and destroyed a way of life.
I'm no politician, sir.
And I am no soldier, a killer. But we are both beholding to our time. A brave man, perhaps you've heard of him. Coronel Allende. He's trying to preserve the order in our province. To keep our civilization alive. It is tough. The people are confused and usually swayed. Sometimes in the service of what is right, you gotta do terrible things. It breaks my heart.
I also am no moralist, sir.
I wish I enjoy your freedoms, Mr. Marston.
I'm trying to find a man, an American, an outlaw named Bill Williamson. I believe he came here to seek protection from another outlaw named Javier Escuella.
You're no moralist, but you hunt outlaws?
So it would seem. You heard anything of these men?
I am the government, or what is left of it. Outlaws seek each other. They're possibly hiding with thieves and killers who pose as freedom fighters in the hills around here. They're united under one traitor named Abraham Reyes.
Where could I find this Reyes?
If I knew, I would be there, hunting him with everything that is true within me. Reyes finds you.
Like cholera.
Something like that. But it's possible, though. My men are trying to lure him into a trap. Possibly, you could ride with us? And if everything goes okay, I'm sure the Coronel will help you.
Okay.
Vámonos! Are you
A lot
going to ride
of
with
backs to scratch. Ride shotgun with DeSanto or take your own horse. Let's sit with him. Is he going to make us take the reins? I wonder. No. Now I'm wondering, is he going to have a little chat with us?
Hold on tight. We're in a hurry.
We shall see.
You
So
did not expect such a warm welcome from the Mexican army. I can see.
I didn't know what to expect. I hadn't even crossed the border and I was being shot at.
You will hear a lot of words like tyrant and oppression here. Words that the peasants have been taught, but do not understand. Meaningless words. The army is suffering a crisis of reputation.
Even I've heard about the colonel down here. He's not famous for his compassion.
This is the point. Have you met Coronel Allende? Do you know him? No. Like a papagayo? He just repeat lies you heard.
Maybe.
Allende is a good man, a strong man. He carries the weight of 1,000,000 problems on his shoulders.
Am I supposed to pity him?
You gringos are so quick to judge. You love to talk badly about other people because it makes you feel better about yourselves. Maybe you should look in the mirror.
You're the one talking about this, and I ain't here to make a judgment on the way of your government. I've got enough problems with my own right now.
This isn't America, Senor Marston. We are poor. Kindness must take a different form. What is better? To put your arm around a hungry man, or to beat him until he grows some food to eat?
I think you need to answer that question yourself.
Who are these outlaws you hunt? This Billy, the cowboy, and his Mexican friend.
Bill Williamson's a fella I used to know, and Javier Escuella, well, I knew him too.
What do you mean? You know these men?
We was friends once. Part of the past I can't seem to get rid of.
The past is all that's real, my friend. It cannot be erased. That is the problem with the people here. They spend too much time dreaming about imaginary futures.
I know I can't change the past, but I'm sure gonna do something about the future.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, amigo. My country is full of American criminals, mostly in the service of the rebel pigs. Mexico is an easy place for a man to lose himself, whether he wants to get lost or not.
Hopefully not too easy. I ain't got much time to find these men.
There must be a high price on their heads.
The highest price.
Can I ask how much?
I'm not getting paid. It's a long story. I'm being made to do this.
I will never understand you Americans.
Me neither.
We have a system of law in Mexico, senor, and we do not tolerate people who think they can run with their own. However, if you help us, we help you. No one hides from Colonel Allende for long.
If we help us, we'll help you. Yeah, we've got scratch and backs.
It is killing this country.
Don't the people have the right to stand up for themselves?
The right? The right! Don't you throw silly ideas at me. What do you know about the rights of the Mexican people?
Very little. I'm just saying there must be something behind this rebellion.
I'll tell you what's behind there, Senor Marston. Lies. Insidious lies. The peasants are stupid, and like cows, they can be herded. It only takes a few men to move many.
Maybe they've just had enough of being called stupid.
You're talking about things you don't understand.
If you ask me something, I'm gonna give you an answer.
Are you a revolutionary? Is that why you're here?
I was once, I suppose. In a twisted kind of way. Thought I could change something if I thought hard enough.
Change what?
I don't know. Maybe that was the problem.
Revolution is always selfish. It is nothing but greed and ego. Individuals putting their own needs above those of others. It is people fighting for change when they have no idea what change is.
If you're a poor man who's been beat down all his life, any change is gonna seem good.
What? You think that overthrowing the government is going to make a poor man rich?
If you're not helping them, it's only natural they're gonna look for someone else who will.
For a tired old revolutionary, you are very naive. What do you want us to do? Walk around giving out money to every poor person in Mexico?
What a terrible idea.
First, they need to look at why they're poor. Then they need to go out and do some work rather than sitting on their culos talking about freedom.
This is a
Who's this
very
man we're
rich
looking for? The leader
trip
of the
with
rebels?
conversation and dialogue.
He's a traitor, a liar, a coward and a sinner, a hero who has done nothing. I have far more respect for the shit I looked this morning than I ever will for that pathetic worm.
That's a nice image.
He is from a rich family, a man born in a golden cradle, who pretends to fight for the poor. He's taking advantage of the ignorant and the weak-minded.
He must be telling the people something they want to hear.
Of course he is. All that bastard does is stand in a balcón, giving speeches. It is easy to make promises you can never keep.
It takes more than a few promises to build an army.
Reyes wants power, nothing else. He doesn't care about anybody but himself. He's prepared to destroy everything my compatriots have fought and died for, just to hear people shout his name. Were you ever in the army?
No, sir. I was never in the army.
I thought as much. You have the air of a man who knows little of loyalty, and this
There's absolutely
It's not
bundles
far
in
now.
here.
Are you ready?
Ready for what?
We will lure the rebels into a trap. There's a train leaving Chuparosa soon. We're going to escort it. They will think it's a supply train, but there are no supplies on it.
Very clever.
We must throw the rats out of their holes. Give them some bait they can refuse.
Okay, I'm gonna
Come on! The train is waiting.
Get one over on the rebellion, it
Mount
seems.
your horse!
Where are you, Boots? This horse? What about my horse? There's Boots. Don't want that piddling thing. Come on, son. Okay, we're on it. Followed us onto the train. There was so much in that to unpack, and we didn't have any time to do so. Protecting the train. Protect the train engine, no less. We have been known. Yeah. Hello, Alejandro. Hello, Bully. Yeah, we're back here. There was a bit of a glitch going on in my software. Back on course now. Here for another hour. Another hour of John Marston and his trials and tribulations. Waiting for the inevitable ambush from the rebels. Oh dear. Need to recover from this. Oh my days. That was a mess. The train engine is only marginally damaged right now. A bit more damage there. Took a bit of flak from those bombardiers. Right, more the other side here. Okay. I'm preferring the Winchester repeater by a country mile. I've also got to be careful not to cross the tracks and get run over, which I nearly did. Right, the engine is in tip-top condition. There's enough room to get through there alongside the train. But that's not a ripe situation for an ambush. I don't know what is.
Too late to talk about things! Not fair, Marston! I've dropped 100 fools like you!
Many more than 100, I'd say, John Marston. Many more. Staying on top of it. The engine is just purring. Purring. Gotta be careful of these guys throwing Molotovs though. Just getting into the station. I'm hoping that that's the last of the enemies here. Well done, gents.
Let's go!
Meet DeSanta and Casa Mudrigada. I might look to get the other side of this. Just having a thought whether it might be worth having a little look on board. So there's lots of property belonging to the military. I imagine it's munitions and weapons and all sorts. But nothing for us at the moment. Things written in Spanish that I don't know what it means. El Bigot Amarillo. I think they're for cigars, for cigarettes maybe.
Al fin de la revolución, ¿qué pasará? Los pobres quedarán pobres.
Okay, let's meet DeSanta. Did as we were told. We did pretty well, to be honest. It got through relatively unscathed. But we must have made a huge dent in the rebellion. But it's not our war. This is lovely, isn't it? I'm all about this. In this sort of canyony alcove.
Todo bien, compadre? You did a good thing for Mexico today. Colonel Allende would be very pleased.
Oh. And still they steal the train.
Los rebeldes están robando el tren.
Levántese, perezoso, que sepa que le estoy pagando. Marston, you're gonna have to do something.
What?
You have to go out there and stop the train before it crosses the bridge.
Yeah.
Todavía levántese. Usted también. Y allá atrás, muévase.
They're going to stay and drink, and we're doing the donkey work.
Levántese, ya mismo.
Sounds good to me. All right, Boots. Mount a horse. Take out the rebels. Oh, gotta be careful.
You don't want to do this, my friend.
Right, probably best we keep the Winchester. We need to get some speed on. Oh, that bullet soared past us. Get alongside the front and jump onto the train. So John was once on the other side of that plan. He was once with Arthur, rigging a bridge to blow and stop the military delivery. And so he knows what it's like to be on the other side. But he managed to stop the train in time and save their munitions. So, in quick succession, we've foiled the rebellion. Right. I think what I'd like to do, although we're all the way over the other side here, I don't really want to, I want to sort of max out what we do for DeSanta. Also having a little look to see if there's any stranger missions kicking about. I don't remember that many in Mexico, so maybe they are fewer and far between. Oh, some kind of mountain cat. Come on.
This'll fetch a good price.
Bobcat. Not experienced that before.
Let's go.
Right. Just need to take a quick 30-second break. So I shall be back. In the meantime, give me some more games that you'd like to see me play. Amazon Alex mentioned God of War, Arkham games, Cyberpunk, Detroit. I'd love to play Cyberpunk. Love to play Arkham. Love to play God of War. Nikki with Need for Speed Underground. And El Kiki says, I don't know how you can play multiple games at the same time. I get the controllers mixed when I try that. You're not the only one. El Kiki. Okay, back in a jiffy. Okay, I'm back. So Chief Tech says Dead Rising game. I think I played one of those back in the day. And Kevin says Far Cry, Metal Gear Solid. Yeah, Metal Gear. I never sort of hit my stride with Metal Gear at all. Attempted it a fair few times in the past with various ones. I don't... Yeah. I have to think about that one. Overwatch, George says. Yeah, never played Overwatch. That's more a multiplayer game though, isn't it? Does it have a story to it? Evidently. Prototype games from Bob. Amazing view down in the canyon there. George meant Watch Dogs. Yeah, that's got a good lore to it. Very similar to well, very similar to AC in terms of the law. Love the haze of the heat of the day coming off the horizon. Right, we're going to spin past Louisa. I'm sure her stories are going to be rich and important, and we're going to get to help, but I don't want to flit around between the factions too much. Let's enjoy what they've got to offer us one at a time. It'll feel odd for John to do that. I know he's not emotionally invested in them and probably never will be. But he will help people. So I don't want him to flit around because it will be sort of pulling him in different directions emotionally. And me too. Basically spanning the breadth of Mexico here to get back to De Santa. Coming through Perdido. Yeah, I'm liking the poncho, I have to say. I know we were rocking the eye patch and the duster coat. And it did look great, and it did look smooth, far smoother than the poncho. But I'm feeling like... Now, a bounty of 155. Now, last time... dropped down, I'm sure of it. Once we cut him loose.
Don't make me cut your throat! You got lucky!
Now, has that done the same thing? No. We still have a bounty, a significant bounty. Now it's gone down to 20. Oh, okay. I don't want to extend it, so let's get out of the way of these guys. Got the measure of them. Bobby says, Ghost of Tsushima, Cyberpunk, Darksiders, The Witcher 3. Probably something for you. I'm just noticing, Nikki says, I don't think The Witcher 3 is going to be good for Wolf. I think it's too much for him to handle. Too much of something, at least he shared yesterday. That wasn't me, actually. That was an anecdote of someone else I know. If it's what I'm thinking about. The over-sexualisation of women. Lots of boobs and flirty ladies. I haven't got a problem with that. I haven't got a problem with it. I'll notice it as being overtly gratuitous, but I can certainly handle that. but it is very deep with The Witcher. The lore is vast, so that would be some playthrough. That would take a long, long time, which I don't mind either. So it'd be quite nice because the Witcher remake is on, isn't it? That's happening. I don't know if it's any time soon or not. Let's go then. Taking a donkey for a walk. Hello. Burrito. I'd like to get a donkey, if that's something you can buy. That was mentioned in the chat not long ago.
Whoa there.
Yeah, no, I've not got a problem with naked ladies. On the whole.
Load up now.
Not got a problem with naked ladies.
Slow up.
There's a horse that we could take as our own. But I'm less inclined. We've just been given, out the gate, we've been given the most beautiful horse that's ever existed. Look at her. Old Boots. So I might get myself, buy a horse. If there's a really good horse to buy, and then maybe a donkey. I think that might be quite fun to ride a donkey. Wow, this is a long trip across Mexico, isn't it? To our friend DeSanta. Just wondering if in our travels we highlighted any stranger missions, but no. No, Mexico seems to be a bit light on the old strangers. Far more arid than the cacti plains in America, isn't it? A lot dustier. And that haze of heat seems to be far more prominent. Probably mentions Yakuza. Yeah, I've attempted Yakuza 0, didn't get very far. Let you into a little secret. Japanese games, be them JRPGs or things like that. The Japanese storytelling culture, I'm not a huge fan of. I find it very... what's the word? Think carefully about the word. They don't respect the intelligence and the time of those watching. The scenes and the emotions are played out very laboriously. I'm been a filmmaker for a long time, and I've learned over that time that the least amount of information you can give to tell a story is the best. You need to respect people's time, and people can get things far quicker. It can be frames. There's a great book by Walter Murch called In the Blink of an Eye, and just a few frames less or a few frames more tells a completely different story. And most Japanese storytelling for me is long, laborious, and too dramatic. I really like Death Stranding as a game, but I thought, what's his name? The director who did Metal Gear? blanking now. His method of storytelling is just so... It just does not respect the viewer's time. It can be told so much quicker and with so much more power. It loses power because he holds these long emotion shots to try and accentuate the emotion. It doesn't work, in my opinion. So yeah, JRPGs, Japanese games, I'm not a huge fan of. Yeah, every culture tells stories, and they tell their stories their way. And the Japanese culture, their stories just doesn't vibe with me at all. Korea, it does. But not Japanese. So Nicky says, sometimes in Nueva Precio, a man walking along the road with a mule dragged by a rope. We saw that, but he didn't approach us. So maybe that doesn't happen every time. Kevin said 7 hours of cutscenes in Death Stranding. I couldn't take it. There was a lot. Too much. Too bloody much. Hideo Kojima, yeah. But I loved the game. I loved the gameplay. I thought Death Stranding was a wonderful, wonderful game. And I loved the lore and loved the story. And then Hideo Kojima mentioned he wanted to direct a movie. He would be a fucking terrible director. He should never direct his own movies. He should never edit his own movies. Because he cannot do it effectively, powerfully enough. For the Western culture, I don't think. Okay. De Santa is holed up in a rather palatial walled mansion. The demon drink.
Eres llorón, maricón. Me das asco. Hablas lealtad, pero eres transparente. Estarás aplaudiendo cuando mi cabeza está empelado, ¿verdad? No, mi excelencia. Mis hombres y yo estamos trabajando noche y día por su honor. ¿Honor? ¿Qué eres, un muchacho? Jovencito sin vergüenza. ¿Qué diablo es este cabrón? That's the man who helped us defeat Reyes. The man I spoke to you of. A friend of Mexico.
Hello, sir.
Hola, gringo. So you are the bounty hunter, huh? Have you found your prey yet?
No, sir.
Perhaps you come to hunt me, huh? Your country loves to make trouble in mine.
Perhaps, but it isn't so.
Perhaps I should tie you to a horse and let it drag you around town. Or let the dogs fight you, huh? Then see what you say.
I'd say the same thing. I'm here to bring two men to justice. Nothing more. Your politics or ideas of entertainment are not my concern.
Yeah, I suppose not. Pero son tuyos. Sinceramente, espero que me encontraste alguna compañía más interesante que esa bruja que me traíste anoche.
Let me ask you this, sir. Do you know anything of the men I'm looking for?
Escuella is from this province. His father was a borracho, a drunk who worked as a laborer on land cultivated by my uncle. Men like that are natural allies for Reyes. My people have lived and worked here for 100 years. We brought civilization. And these people, these fucking monkeys, despise us. We brought them God! And they turned their back on him. Now I fight to help them from themselves, to save them from themselves. I see in their faces that they would kill me if they could. They see only a tyrant. That is the way it is. These people need a ruler.
Well, sorry to hear that.
Sorry? Why be sorry? It is a way of mankind. A fight between two forces. Que será, será. What will be, will be. But I know one thing, Senor Marston. Force, force, must be used if you're to have your own way.
I'm sure.
Now, perhaps you can do me a favor while I find these men for you.
After we find the men, then I'll help in any way I can.
You are in no position to negotiate. Now, por favor, a bunch of these idiots men are fighting at Tesoro Azul. Now you head there and you lend your support. Baboso, ¿cuántas veces voy a decirte? No ponga detrás de mí. ¿Qué eres, cabrón? No está mi sombra. Vaya.
I sent some men ahead. We will meet them there.
Okay. Let's do the beginning of Colonel Allende. He seems to be very domineering over poor De Santa. De Santa seems to be the lapdog. He's very Billy Big Bollocks outside of Allende's company, but he seems to cower. Obviously a big, oppressive leader, tyrant. De Santa is in fear of.
Whoa! We must hurry! You Americans think you can ride? Do you? Come on! I will race you there! Come on! You can do better than that! Yeah!
We'll try and race you. It looks like we're getting better of you at the moment.
Go!
Seems to be gaining on me a bit, but I'm not really open boots up yet.
Let's go!
My men are dead. The rebels will all die. If they're alive, they are filming, and the rebels will all die.
So, I guess we ain't taking any prisoners then.
Traitors will be made to suffer. Show that we will not tolerate the rebellion any longer. Animal, we will slaughter them accordingly. He's just like coming! Yeah!
Oh, I think he won.
Slow it up now.
I was worried about what was to come.
¿Por qué tardaste tanto? ¿Y quién es este gringo? Nos debe un favor. Cada hombre ayuda. I hope you fight better than this little girl, gringo. Come, let's have some fun.
Search the town for rebels. Okay, I don't think a lasso's going to do it.
Stop doing that!
Right, the bottom line is all the rebels have got to die. That was the top line notes. I don't know what's happening here. Seems to be glitched out. Oh dear. I'm very stuck. Look at this. Very stuck indeed. Alright, how can we remedy that? Let's do the autosave slot, which was ages ago. What can we do to remedy this? Not a lot. Jump, dynamite. I haven't got any dynamites. I'd love to be killed. That's what I need to do. No, can't jump. Just want to die, don't we? What have I got? No, can't do that. Can't jump. Can't get over the wall. Can't roll. Aim then roll. Can't actually aim. Oh, so this will be brutal if we have to restart this. The trick is we need to die. Yes. And again. Oh, he shot him. Don't shoot him. Yeah, I can't get myself killed. I very much want to die. Lasso something. That's not a bad shout. Got to get them to do it. Join the Santa in the centre of town. Well, I can't. There's nothing I can do. Try flying. Call your horse. Can't call the horse. Right, whoever gets me out of this gets a special prize. Aim then roll. Try jumping. You can restart from the checkpoints, but we can't get called. Can't do a roll. All I can do is move back and forward. Crouch. Can't crouch. Try shooting. Can't shoot. Switch your gun. Restart from checkpoint. How do you do that? Go to the main menu. Thing is, if we load the game, look at the auto slot. It's from ages ago. That's the only thing I can do. Go to the main menu and just see what happens. How bizarre. Well, we've been plagued by bugs today. Well, I think it's criminal that it didn't try and save at a nicer moment. So if we are chucked back to the end of the last mission, let us just go to Louisa. Let's see what we've got here on the map. Oh, we've got a brand new... Well, you win some, you lose some. The Lord gives with one hand and takes with the other. That's what he does. Where are we? There's actually no main missions anywhere. At all. How bizarre. Don't know when we are. I don't know how we are. Oh, there's Louisa. Okay. Well, what we'll do is just switch it up. We're not going to go all the way there. We're going to change tack. Let's go and do this. Let's go and do this stranger mission. Poppy Cock.
Careful, partner.
What's this all about then? Poppy Cock.
Can I trouble you for a minute?
You may. So there's an American here. What's he doing? He's got a book of some... book of some description. It looks biblical in nature. But we'll see.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. You are an American, are you not?
Last time I checked.
Oh, thank God, sir. Thank God. I have had it up to here with Dagos, up to here. Savages. Well, I do what I can to help. But this land was imagined by an angry God for an angry people.
Well, America ain't exactly a peaceful paradise, mister.
Well, I tried, but at least you lot try to speak bloody English. This bloody lot. My God, if I'd wanted to speak Spanish, I'd have gone to Spain.
Why didn't you?
Good question. Well, you know, business, I suppose. Devil making work for idle hands, what? Now, listen, friend. If you were to go west to Nosalida, I'd give you a reward for picking up a package of mine from the docks. There's some fighting broken out there. It seems like it's more your kind of thing.
Why would I want to do something like that?
Oh, you Americans are all the same, obsessed with bloody money. Well, I will pay you, sir. I will give you $1. Name's Tollitz, sir. Uriah Tollitz. They'll know of me in Nosalida.
How much?
Plenty, sir, plenty. Now, you will take it and give it to the foreman of the estate at El Matadoro. He'll be expecting it. Try to give those Dagos hell, what? That's a fine fellow.
He's a fellow Brit. I couldn't work out whether he's a natural Brit or that was an American putting on a British accent. It was good, but there were a couple of words that felt a bit Americanised. Okay. Now, where is this? All the way up here, so that's after we meet DeSanta. So let's save that. But let's just remind ourselves what he said there. Poppycock. Mr. Tollitz has asked you to travel to Nosalida and pick up a package at the docks for him. The package to be delivered to the foreman at Matadero. Okay, some kind of a fetch quest. Now, this may seem like a poor substitute. No, I want to read the paper.
I do beg your pardon.
For doing a mission full of action. But I think I'd like to go and sit, look over the river, and read the edition of the paper that we haven't read yet. That may or may not please you. But that's what's happening. Okay. The Black Ledger, number 54. Mr. Nate Johns looks likely to be our next governor, following remarkable revelations about the private business affairs of his rival, Archibald Atkinson. Mr. Atkinson, a recent transplant from Alabama, was found to have flaunted important government regulations in several businesses his family owns and maintains, alongside tax evasion and countless unpaid invoices. What is particularly shocking is the revelation that Mr. Atkinson failed to enforce racial segregation adequately and actually allowed non-whites to sit in the same rooms as Europeans. At various times, documentary reports show serious code violations in which blacks, natives, Mexicans and other unspecified coloured people were allowed to eat, drink, pray, receive medical care and educational teaching in establishments run, owned or managed by the Atkinson family, including a church at which his brother preaches. So he's being shamed for flouting the segregation laws here. This shocking behaviour simply cannot be tolerated in a new, still-forming society such as ours here in the West, and voters have responded with the appropriate outrage and disgust. When pushed for a comment, Mr. Atkinson's office responded, Archibald Atkinson bitterly refutes these claims. Like all good Americans, he's a passionate racial supremacist and implicitly understands that the natural order of things should be maintained. He would, however, prefer to focus the campaign on things that matter for the region, issues like crime, health, care, urban expansion, very important to the campaign, much more so than some silly slurs about racial integration. Esther Fleskoff's one-piece woolen women's bathing costume experienced the joy and freedom of swimming in wool this summer. It doesn't sound very apt for swimming. Unparalleled buoyancy, modest and comfortable, guaranteed to give satisfaction. Racing uncertainty. The region's leading equestrian events for amateurs, the famous Rathskeller Fort Fall Classic, turned up a major shock the other day as an unknown outsider defeated the rest of the field. That was us, and seized victory, winning himself a place in New Austin folklore. So we're causing consternation, stories. People are talking about us near and far around campfires and around in bars. Despite accusations of cheating and illegal gambling, alongside claims of horse doping, violence, and the usual charges of pre-race bestiality. Well, we didn't get involved with any of that. There was a man in Rathskeller, wasn't there, that was prone to a bit of bestiality, it would seem. But that wasn't set. We weren't anywhere near it. The victory was allowed to stand, and the unnamed victor went the spoils. Now, the man who perhaps had something to do with any doping that might have gone on has been run out of town. A travelling merchant who has arrived at Plainview in the Rio Bravo region of New Austin to promote the health benefits of a new medicinal tonic narrowly escaped with his life after he was set upon by an angry throng of disgruntled customers. The West Dickens patented elixir is said to be a complete sham with no notable effects beyond a prompt and violent evacuation of the bowels. Well, that might help some things. The merchant, believed to be Mr. West Dickens himself, was pursued all the way into the Gaptooth Ridge, but apparently escaped unharmed. Yes, so we found his hideout in northwest of Gaptooth Ridge. Doc Crockett's all-purpose miracle cure, no more need for expensive medicines or painful surgical operations. An infallible remedy for the treatment of all forms of disease, illness and ailment. Well, this is just the same sales as West Dickens. Maybe it's a bit more benign than his and doesn't cause any illness. Venereal complaints, obesity, fractured bones, cholera and pregnancy. A wholly natural blend of herbs and spices, opium and strychnine. So yeah, that's certainly going to have customers coming back. Don't know about the strychnine. Don't know what that does. Sounds like a poison to me. More trouble in Mexico. Outright civil war in Mexico seems a step closer, despite President Sanchez's claims that the country is moving towards peace. Alongside food riots in the capital, rebel bands and militia groups are forming in several outlying provinces, with 3 separate groups claiming that they are the next government of Mexico and that they alone will bring peace to this beautiful but troubled land. So a famed moving picture maker from the east, we've met him, is heading westwards. Nothing surprising in that, I hear you say, with many movie makers in recent years swapping Queens for the more reliable climate of California, as the craze of moving picture displays continues to captivate our nation. D.S. McKenna, however, is heading west, but not as far as the Pacific. He plans to stop in New Austin and build a new movie production facilities here to rival the studios on both coasts, with cheap labour, good climate and plenty of available action. Mr. McKenna is sure to turn our region into a create centre to rival ancient Athens. So George, let's finish the end of this paper, and we might have to call it a day after that. So I'll know how interested you are in papers by how many concurrent viewers there are from that announcement onwards. See if these papers are of enjoyment and interest to you. They certainly are to me. Ranchers struggle with a changing economy. A difficult business environment, along with cheap corned beef imports from Uruguay and the Argentine, has put a great strain on our once flourishing livestock industry. This is especially true across our southwestern region, given the scale of many ranches and the increased cost of labour. With increasing numbers of workers moving to towns and a lack of core skills amongst those who remain for the first time, the great American cowboy is under threat, and our once almighty beef industry is challenged by a new enemy. This time it's not pestilence or redskins or migrations, but progress itself. Dear oh dear. Domestic brown cigars for Dr. Hawthorne. Damsels causing distress in moving picture show. With the flick of the magic lantern and the tune of a skilled musician, the moving picture Damsels Causing Distress opened in Armadillo to great fanfare. Viewers claim it is a fantastic show, while established theatrical groups say the moving picture is a brief novelty and nothing is like the theatrical triumph of live actors on a stage. Something giving real, credible emotion. Lack of interest in live theatre is on the rise, while at the same time there are in the neighbourhood of 10,000 moving picture theatres across the country. The current picture show is a telling warning regarding the horrors that await our great land should women be given the right to vote. Local politicians debated labour laws last week with some ignorant fools seeking to set the minimum age for working children to be as much as 9 years of age. But in reality, what harm does factory life do a child? Hard, toiling factory children learn the benefits of work. Each working child is a cog in a giant machine of American progress. For the country was founded on the farm and field, child working alongside father, learning a trade, providing for the family. Additionally, children should have something to do to occupy their hands and minds, so they do not have any time to be thinking of evil nor taking inappropriate personal pleasures. Crick's family style soap for man or beast. How long will you live? The Census Bureau announced the newest figures on the average American's expectation of life. At birth, the male American can expect to live to 43 and 7 months. Officials indicated women will exceed that number. On average, due to men having the sense to depart earthly toil free from afflictions that accompany old, debilitating age. Often, after the age of 50, women render life a burden to themselves and others. All the days that Adam lived were 912 years, as stated in the definitive story of the creation. So it seems we have some catching up to do. Goodness, that's low, isn't it? 43. Aspiring celebrity cowboys from across our region have travelled to New York to perform in the Blackwater Wild West show. I wonder if we see this. I don't remember. Music is being performed by the Broken Bridle Military Band, featuring a cow-pony race, fancy roping, ladies bucking contest, Indian foot race, and cowboys to the rescue, which depicts the dangers of the early settlers and the savages they bested. Also showing will be a horse thief act and a mystery man riding without saddle or bridle, or even a horse. The fancy dans of the East Coast have been sorely amazed at the more rustic skills us country folk have. Yeah, I'd like to see that in Blackwater when we get there. The Moaning Outhouse, a rip-roaring comedy. Miscellany. New stock of Springfield rifles available for purchase. We've got one. A fine and reliable weapon with excellent range. It has got beautiful range, but rather poor reload speed. Walton Lowe, age 30, has died by gunshot. He'll be missed by nobody. Don't remember a Walton Lowe. Ranch hands sought to assist with the breaking of horses. We've done our bit there. Horse pills for sale. Chaparosa accommodation. I think we've bought that. Night watchman at MacFarlane's Ranch. We've done that. Pistol and rifle ammunition, lowest prices guaranteed. We've paid for those. Make hay while the sun shines. Okay, there we go. So we're all caught up on that. We've read 3 papers. Don't know how many more there are, but we shall read them all. Okay, folks. We will call it a bit of a day there. You failed to stop the crime, they're all got away. We know. So we will address the game's failings later on. Where's Louisa? Down here. So we might start with Luis Fortuna this time, after all that, and then head over here and continue with DeSantis. That's starting tomorrow at 1 p.m. Hopefully we won't have any trouble with bugs and streaming problems. But I have, as always, very much enjoyed your company. So you guys take care, have lovely evenings, sleep well, and enjoy life. So I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.